Alright everyone, how's it going? And welcome to episode 17 of the FIFA 19 online career mode. Last episode we had the January transfer window, so if you missed that but would like to go check it out, you can click the I in the top right hand corner or there'll be a link in the description to it. But now we'll just get stuck into this episode. Starting off by showing you the February calendar. We've got 5 games this month, the first being our second league game against Owen this season, MK Dons, and the last of the month being the CARABAO Cup final where I'm playing Seth. So without further ado, we'll get stuck into the first game, me versus Owen. Let's see what happens here.
I defenders need to stop pushing forward. They're not good at defending. So when they're attacking, they're useless. See what I mean? Oh!
So below us, but they're
I'm 1-0
last
down.
some shit team.
I'm not about to cry.
Fuck, cunt!
Choose a Division 5 team.
Burner! Yes!
What?
Fuck's sake! Take a rebound.
Fucking money.
Oh yes!
It is.
Oh, fuck it off the post again.
Jack,
Not
I
source
can't
team.
invite you.
Oh,
Fuck.
Burner!
This is wicked.
It's over.
Is your game finished now or?
No, an idiot.
Ain't having what happened last time.
Oh,
when
no.
fuck,
It's
CPM
3-2.
He's in centre back. I actually didn't know the ball was going there.
GG on.
Okay, so yes, a nice 3-2 win there to set us slightly more ahead in the table. We need these points more than ever now, as it is getting very close. And also to go with that, the Checkers Trophy area finals were played out. Welshie and Owen are still in that, and they're playing 2 different games, where they both ended up going through to the main final. So we'll see if either Welshie or Owen end up winning that. And now a quick training session before we get some pretty sad news. If we go to our player conversations, Emmanuel Monte has handed in a transfer request. He's been an absolute unit, so we're going to try my best to get him back into playing. I don't want to lose him, but if he does actually want to leave, I'll probably just have to list him and see what happens. So sad stuff, but obviously we've got Hermoso and we've got Abubakar, who are probably just better defenders in general. At least 10 ratings higher, and need as many points as possible. I know it's time to go on their second league game of the month. We're up against Barnsley, we're away, and I do decide to sim it. Always a risky move, but this time Fakir's there to put us 1-0 up early on. But we do concede an equaliser just before the half-hour mark. Then Fakir misses a penalty. Then Barnsley score again, and we lose 2-1. Not great, to say the least anyway. We're still top of the league for now, but that could easily fall apart, as there's like 14 games left of the season. We're not that far ahead. But to go with that, the FA Cup quarterfinals were played out. Owen won 5-0, Seth 3-0, Welshie 2-1, and Colin 1-0 to send all 4 of them through to the semi-finals. So it's getting very interesting there. But now, we're up to our next league game. We're against Bradford. I decided to sim this one too because we're home. I always just feel confident simming home games. In the 10th minute, Fakir shows us why as he puts us 1-0 up. Then Werner to get the second. Then in the 77th minute, Harry Wilson wraps it all up with the third to put us 3-0 up. Back in winning terms. And then also to go with that, the Europa League round of 32 first leg played out. Callum ended up losing his 2-1 against Stade Rennais. And then Will, also against the French league team, 1-3-2 against Monaco. And again, quick training session for our next simmed game. Again we're away, this time against Charlton. This one takes a while for anything really to happen, but in the 76th minute, Werner puts us ahead 1-0. And somehow we've actually won an away sim, so we'll take it. And the Europa League round of 32 leg 2 was played that week too. Will drawn with Monaco, but still going through an aggregate, and Callum getting his back against Stade Rennais, winning 3-1, that also put him through. So it's both of them through to the round of 16. So yes. But yeah, that does lead us all the way up to the end of February, where I've got the League Cup final, me versus Mansfield Town, which is Seth. Let's get into that.
Oh, Gweevils. Shit. That didn't take long.
Guavos is actually class.
He's had a total of 17 goals
No
in
way.
this league so far, Jack.
Ah, for fuck. Oh.
Nice. What minute was that?
50, 60, I don't know.
Oh no!
It goes from crying out to the hospital.
Fucking what? I tried to clear that. Oh no.
Jags Donny just booted it into the back of the net.
Wait, his own net?
Yeah. Valerie.
Good.
That's a real downgrade.
Yeah, he came within
Well, I've
3
lost.
frames, which I didn't mind. Like
GG,
Good
Seth.
game.
4-1.
4-1.
Best goal goes to Valerie.
It was a
Jack,
fucking
please.
rocket.
Okay, so yes. Unfortunately, Seth has pulled through there and won. Even with my Werner Fakir, it just wasn't my day. So fair play, Seth. He is qualified for the Europa League next season. And we'll see if anyone else joins him there by winning the FA Cup, which we'll see closer to the end of the season. But for now, we're in the March. 6 games this month, all league games, as we're out of all the cups now. And the first one there is against Newport County, which is Welshie. But just before I hop into that, I'm trying some slightly cheaper pre-contract players. Starting off with this guy here, Andres Teo, playing in Serie B. He's pacey, quite young, decent rating, and he can play centre mid and right back, so I went in and tried and get him. And we do manage to get him to sign a contract on £9 a week, so I am more than happy paying that. But yeah, now it's time to play Welshie. Let's get into it.
Oh god. Come on, keep
That
up.
was a rocket.
I haven't blinked this so long, my eyes hurt.
There's no way.
Oh yeah, Callan, you definitely deserve to be winning this, mate.
Keeper can't hold a ball.
Big Zagadou was doing something, just not the right thing.
I cannot hit the target at all, Welsh.
Why my players take so high touches?
Guarantee I've got 3 shots on target. Yep, 3 out of 11.
shots. Oh my god.
But I win
Oh,
on goal
fuck.
difference. Welsh just scored.
How did you get goal difference?
Oh my god. Oh.
Wash,
Oh
come
my
on, come, wash, calm. Try and chip Jack.
No, Jack.
Oh, I
Oh,
see.
my god. Oh, I can see. Oh my god.
What a finish!
I
What a
can't.
lag.
I can't.
Well, how did you make 4 people slide at once?
Oh. Get out.
Well, good game, Welsh.
Okay, so there we have it. Another online win for me. That does wonders for us at the top of the table. And also with that game, the FA Cup semi-finals were played out. And it was Welshie against Owen and Callum against Seth. And the ones advancing to the final were Seth and Owen. So the final of the FA Cup later in the season is going to be MK Dons versus Mansfield. But for now, we're 7-3 to our next game, which is against Lincoln. This one we're playing. We lost our home game against them at the start of the season, even with me playing it. So I wasn't going to risk an away sim. Did jump into it. First chance comes in 10th minute from me. A corner's cleared out. I do pass it back into Branko. He hits on the finesse shot. And we've got the early lead. Just what we've been needing. And now again, he finds Jones on the run. Then he squares it across to Fakir, who calmly just puts it into the corner. Get us the 2-0 advantage. And we're cruising. We do have a pass intercepted there, which does result in a pretty good chance for Lincoln. They take a shot. It's come up the inside of the post, but hasn't gone past the line. I'll happily take that. And then we're on the attack again. Mayiga runs it about a bit, passes it into Werner. He just turns, places it in the corner, and we're 3-0 up. The game's as good as one. Obviously, we're not going to go to sleep. In the second half, Werner's through again. He takes a shot across the keeper into the top corner to make it 4. And then here, Mayiga's played it down to Wilson. He flicked it over his head, hits on the half volley, and what a finish that was to make it 5-0 to us. And yeah, that was the end of that game. Got a revenge on Lincoln for the start of the season. Absolutely dominated them. So great stuff there. And before we get stuck in a few more pre-contracts, the round of 16 of the Europa League was played out that week. Callum against Braga, where he drew his first leg 2-2, and Will against Valencia, where he also drew his first leg 1-1. Okay, pre-contract players. The next one I picked up here is Simone Lofaso from Palermo. Looks like a decent centre forward. Also pretty cheap. He had 5-star weak foot and it was pretty quick as well, so I had to go for him. 7.3 grand a week. We have a couple of wee bonuses there. On a 4-year contract, not too bad. And that leads us the whole way through to our next league game, which is against Wickham. We're simming this one, and in the 4th minute, Fakir gets us the lead, followed by Wilson in the 29th, and then a skip to the end. Fakir and Werner got another one each, and we'll win 4-0. And again, a Europa League match was played that round. The second leg of the round of 16, Callum and Will both winning their games against Braga and Valencia, to send them both through to the quarterfinals. So fair play to them. Did absolute bits there. And now we're into our next game, which we're playing against Rotherham. This one's away. Got Russo starting in Cam this time instead of Jones. Just resting him a bit. So let's hop into that. First chance of this game comes pretty late on in the first half, and it is Rotherham. They whip the ball across, Grabar comes out and punches it, but it comes back in. They're passing it completely around me, and it is just hoofed in on the volley. No saving that one. He unfortunately put us 1-0 down, but in the stoppage time, just before half time, we'll find some space for Fakir. Not that much, but just enough for him to crack a shot across the keeper, and boom, we've leveled it up. Then in the second half, pretty much at the start, Werner gets on the end of a through ball. He stops it with a fake shot. The defender just runs past him, and he just rolls it past the keeper at the front post. Put us 2-1 up. Rotherham are back in. They whip a cross in. The header at the back post is not a back across. Then it's headed in off the bar, then off the post. Then it bounces off Jan Valery, and it does go in. So that's a pretty unfortunate goal to bring us back level, but no worries. Fakir's found Werner. He gets there just before the keeper, bounces it out of his hands almost, but he does finish it off to make it 3-2. Then from a corner, we've made some space for Harry Wilson. Turner rolls it over to him. He cracks the shot, goes straight into the top corner, and boom, there we have it, the 4-2 lead. 2 goals back, but we're not done there. Fakir once again to Werner. He cracks the shot across the keeper, and there we have it. 5-2 to wrap up the game. Another hat-trick for Timo Werner. And now we're in for a couple more pre-contact players. Starting off with Blas Riveros here from Basel. The left back looked pretty decent. Got him signed an 11 grand a week contract for 3 years. And then also Dieguez, the centre back from Alaves. Got him to sign 6 grand a week contract for 4 years. And then the final player of this little batch that we went for. As you can see, I am just going for the slightly cheaper players. Slightly lower rated, but you know, will work nicely in the team. Dennis Will Poha. Don't know if I pronounced that right, but looks like a decent player again. Got him to sign 11 grand a week for 3 years. Not too shabby. And all of that followed by another training session led us up to our next game, which is against Oxford. But there was an international break at the same time here, so I had to rest a few players. Into it we go. I had to sim this one. Curtis Jones, he's playing up top of this game, gets us the first goal in the 8th minute. Pretty happy with that. And yeah, the rest of the game was pretty bleak. Nothing really happened until the 89th minute where Curtis Jones gets his brace, and we win 2-0. Beautiful stuff. Followed again by a training session before the final game of March. It's an away one against Bristol Rovers. They're not the best team, so I was like, I can win this one easily if I sim it. And of course, because we're away, we concede first in the 60th minute. But thankfully, Werner started to equalise the 82nd. Still a pretty disappointing game because we didn't win a match that we easily could have won too. But when you get too cocky with a team, that's what happens. But yeah, that is where I'm going to end off this episode. Next episode will be April and May before the full season round up, see what happens. But this is what the tables are looking like, starting with League 1. I'm at the top on 99 points. Still holding away there, but Owen has closed the gap to 1 point. He's on 98 at the moment. Then 5 points behind that is Welshie in third. I'm with 6 games left. You never really know, he could easily still win the league, so we need to be wise for the remainder of the season. And in the championship, Callum has essentially won the league here, so fair play to him. He's going to be in the Premier League next season, 100%. And it's looking like we'll be joining him there. Let's see, 7 points behind Seth, but still, as I say, 6 games left. Anything can happen there. So it could be a pretty close fight towards the end. But yeah, as I say, that's where we're going to end off this episode. If you enjoyed it, it'd be massively appreciated if you drop a like on it. And if you're new around here, feel free to subscribe. And I will see you next time.